Once waiters and chefs were apprehensive about restaurant reviewers, but after one famous food critic ended up in court, things seemed to change, with many chefs becoming ego-driven, thinking the customer who pays the bills is rarely right. They might want to reconsider their attitude. Rodney Lose with the tale of one poorly considered reply to a customer and why it's costing the owner dearly.
I've never, ever heard of anybody responding to customer feedback like that before.
This is the email she couldn't believe.
Dear Lorraine, you are an idiot. I laughed at it first, then I was sort of in shock that someone could be so rude.
Lorraine Pacey was just trying to help when she fired off an email to a restaurant where the night before she'd had a bad experience.
I told them that the service was perhaps a little bit slower. I told them what I thought of the food, and it really, I wouldn't say it was an overall experience that would lead me not to go back to the restaurant.
The response from Brisbane restaurant Casa Flamenco's owner, John Jimenez, was blunt. So she forwarded it to a few friends in disbelief. From there, it took on a life of its own.
By the next day, it had been posted on consumerist.com, and 2 weeks later, I don't know how many people have seen it, but I'm getting emails every day.
Casa Flamenco's not open today, and apparently that's becoming quite a common occurrence. But I do think I've found out why the owner, John Jimenez, is so reluctant to receive critical feedback. You see, I've got quite a few emails now from unhappy customers, and a quick search online has revealed some unsavoury reviews indeed. So far, at least 20,000 hits online. 4BH breakfast radio host Loretta Ryan isn't surprised.
It was a terrible experience. I spent the rest of the night in tears. You know, it was the worst birthday I've ever had.
A former customer herself, she says the service was appalling.
We were all starving and drinking, so we decided to go down the road to the pub down the road and get some food. And we covered our bills, we paid what we should have, and we went down there. A little bit later on, 2 detectives came in looking for me, which was so humiliating, and he said, "Oh, they've said down the road at the restaurant that you've done a runner, haven't paid your bill." I said, "No, I've paid the bill." Owner
John Jimenez has gone to ground and says he's now closed the restaurant because of the bad publicity. It was only available by phone today.
From day one, we've actually have apologised and said that there was a misunderstanding.
Lorraine says that apology must be in the same place as some customers' meals because she never got it.
I have a little sympathy for restaurants. People storm in, they buy a lamb chop and they think they own the place.
That said, Courier Mail restaurant critic Des Houghton says Casa Flamenco should have accepted some constructive criticism.
If the service is crappy, the food can taste like ashes in your mouth. It's terrible.
However, he says this storm of controversy may actually help the business.
There's a great number of people out there who love paying too much, love getting abused by waiters and waitresses.
But Lorraine and her friends won't be among them. Tonight, opting to cook for themselves. How's the pizza tonight, Ray?
The pizza is divine. Loving the pizza.
Lucky
well
for
done,
you.
Ben.
Fair enough too. Rodney Lose, our reporter. Still ahead, the Aussie miracle worker who needed